Hey everybody, welcome back. It's patch 8.13. This time I have a slightly different type of video for you. Instead of looking at a new build, this time we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of proper movement during combat. Movement is important to master if you want to play an auto attack focused champion such as Udyr, Jax, or Xin Zhao. Specifically, it's important to be able to quickly weave your movement inputs in between each of your attacks so that you can constantly be repositioning yourself over the course of a fight, all while attacking at the same speed as if you were standing still. This is most helpful in ganks so that you can stay in range of the enemy longer and land a few extra hits before they get out of range, which often means the difference between getting an early kill or not. To explain, we all know how AD carries like to use kiting to put distance between themselves and melee champions while dealing damage at the same time. Well, as a melee champion, you have to do the opposite. So instead of taking one step away from the enemy after each attack, you want to take one step towards them, or if you can, even in front of them in the direction they want to move, so that you can't be kited. With some practice, if you're playing a high movement speed champion like Udyr, you can stay perpetually in front of your target as they try to run away from you, always one step ahead of them, while constantly attacking behind you as you run. So many of you probably think this is pretty obvious, but I've been spending a lot of time on r/Udyr mains, and I've been noticing that when low rank players ask for advice, 90% of the advice they get in the comments is just about items. And I've watched a lot of the replays of these players, and the biggest thing they have in common, they don't move properly between their attacks. They just simply right click on somebody in a team fight and they let it go on autopilot. Their problems is never fixed, they come back in 2 weeks and ask the same thing, and the cycle continues. So I figured this topic deserves its own video. If you're completely new to this, the best way to start practicing is to go in a practice tool, start at level 1 because your attack speed will be low, so it's sort of like having training wheels. Spawn a target dummy, start attacking it, and then try to start moving left to right in between your attacks. Then if you feel comfortable with that, try to run in a circle around the dummy while attacking. If you feel like you've learned the rhythm, try increasing your attack speed a little bit by leveling up. So what the attack speed value actually represents is attacks per second. So knowing that you need 2 right clicks for each attack, one for the target and one for the ground, you can actually multiply your attack speed value by 2, and this number will be the amount of right clicks you need per second in order to maintain full DPS while moving. So if you were at maximum attack speed, or 2.50, you would need 5 right clicks per second to pull this off. It's difficult, and if you actually have that much attack speed, maybe you shouldn't even try to do this because it could slow you down if you haven't practiced, but there really is an advantage to be taken if you are able to pull it off. So people are going to ask about using attack move and whether or not that will work, and in my opinion it doesn't really work because nothing can really offer the same level of control as pure right clicking, especially in tightly grouped team fights where you have to be really precise. If you watch any high rank Udyr player, for example, like Trick2G or anyone else on YouTube or Twitch, you will see that they all just use simple right clicking for this. You might just need to watch the video in slow motion to catch it. So once you've mastered this skill, go try to play a game where you're very aggressive early with frequent ganks and only focus on moving perfectly between each of your attacks, moving in the direction that you expect the enemy to run, most likely towards his tower, and watch how easy it is to land a few extra hits before he escapes your range. Also, try this with Phase Rush because that makes it even easier to stay in range of the enemy. And if you are able to get an early kill advantage, try invading the enemy jungler and using the exact same technique against him in a 1 versus 1. He won't be able to escape your damage without blowing flash or fighting you to the death. Anyways guys, I hope that was helpful. Please leave a like if it was, and I think I'm going to make a few more of these generic tip videos soon if people want. Just let me know if you have any topic suggestions in the comments below. Or you can find me on Reddit, I'm pretty active there. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you again next time.